Alright, so I'm actually recording 2 videos right now, but I wanted to split them up so you don't have to hear me rant for multiple videos in one. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. GNU, or not GNU, Gentoo. I obviously write docs for Gentoo. Not very much, but I do know my way around like the Arch wiki and the Gentoo wiki. How to write things, how to edit things and all that. And actually my handbook change got merged recently, where I had suggested that when you're choosing a profile, that if you're using the minimal ISO, that it tells you to pipe less into the command for select profile list. And what that does is it lets you scroll in a terminal that's not able to scroll without having to use like GNU Screen or Tmux or something. So that's cool. The owner of the Gentoo Discord came out to me and said, "Oh yeah, I can't believe I never thought of that." That was cool. There. So that was cool. But the other thing is, I didn't realize it when I was writing Gentoo docs and reading Arch docs, is that people say that the Arch docs are like super complex and like user unfriendly. And I kind of have to disagree on that, because like while I am a more advanced user and it's obviously taken me a while to learn how to use Gentoo, one thing is the docs are written in pretty plain English, so even if you're not like a super hardcore Linux nerd, if you ask the right questions, you will eventually get an answer. And nixos actually, I found, has trouble with that, where if I ask a question to somebody for like a simple typo, I will get like the most technical jargon response I've ever heard in my life. And I'm like, yeah, but I need like this written in English so I know what the fuck I'm doing, because I'm just learning the system and I'm not really a developer. And that was kind of the thing about when I decided to install nixos, was people said, "Oh, the docs are garbage, you gotta go fix the docs, you know you're good at writing those." And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll take a look at them. And I swear to God, I just about had like a fucking panic attack when I first saw the nixos docs, because like they were way beyond anything I understood. And when you ask a question to somebody, you get spammed like a big block of text. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about it. It really does seem like this distro is, I'm going to say it honestly, this is probably like the most advanced Linux distribution I've ever fucking laid my eyes on. And it's not because of the extreme complexity of it. Like, once you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to install a package and do basic system maintenance. And I even had to set up some udev rules. So, now granted those udev rules were packaged already, so I was able to just install them as a package, but I did have a file ready in case anybody told me how to install udev rules. But it's not a particularly difficult distribution, it's just pretty much everything doesn't work the same way as other Linux distributions. And instead of like explaining that to people in English, that you get explained to it in like programmer language. And I don't think that's gonna be, I mean, if that's like their target audience, that's fine, you know, but for people like me, it makes it very difficult to get into this operating system. Whereas even on Gentoo, supposedly like the most advanced Linux distro you could possibly install, once you're actually in it, it's fairly easy to copy and paste commands and figure out what you're doing, you know. But man, nixos, this thing's trouble. And I don't really have any place really trying to help them, because it just doesn't seem like it's like the people I would be talking to are like the target audience. So that's about it. Thanks.